Actually, okay, cool. So, hey everybody, welcome to this game. I'm gonna go ahead and actually do a little bit of typing in this game because we actually have a deaf viewer watching. That's really awesome. So we have right off the bat, we have SlayerS.Coca being the blue Zerg in the top right, going up against MKP, who is the red Terran in the left, and his Antiga Shipyard for this next game. The last game was actually incredibly intense. It was a long, really interesting macro game that was played that actually ended up going in favor of Coca. I actually thought MKP was going to be taken in the beginning when he pushed out. He did so much damage, but somehow there was ultralists that were snuck out in a base in the mid-right for the fourth base of Coca, and it was really, really cool. So Coca's ultras for the win last game. So that is personally for you, Hacksaw, because he is awesome. So, with the extractor trick down, maybe you were going to see early pool. No, there's an overload down, so it's just the generic, generic little stuff for getting out the, what's it called? Drones. There we go. I don't know how good it's going to turn out with me trying to type some stuff every once in a while, but I'm going to give it a try because this is actually really, really kind of fun just for me. For those of you watching, I hope you're entertained by the fact that I'm going to be trying to cast for the deaf without having a camera on me for lip reading and all that. Plus, Hacksaw said he can't lip read, so this is personally for him. I wish you could actually hear me doing the shoutouts for him and saying nice stuff, but I just find it so cool that a deaf person is coming in and watching a stream of a tournament, so he gets a super hearts to Hacksaw. So heart to Hacksaw for being deaf and coming in. There we go. So let's take a look at the build orders. We've got the 15 hatch down, so pretty eco play coming up from both players, it seems. MKP is got his barracks down, but no nothing else on the field, which means he should probably be going for a gasless expo for MKP. So gasless CC versus hatch first. All right. So that's going to be a really nice thing to see for this guys. Should lead into a nice macro game. So we're going to have most likely reactor Hellion with double gas next. So that's what's most likely to be happening from MKP. With the reactor Hellion coming in next, it could actually end up leading to a good Banshee style. Yeah, so these, double refinery could lead to cloaked Banshee aft as well. But looking around at the face of Monsieur Coca, Coca hasn't gotten any gases yet for him, so he's probably going to be delaying his gas and getting his tech a little bit later on. This has actually turned out to be a really impressive start of the game in terms of just the fact that everything's going to be crisp and they're keeping their money just really, really low. It's to be expected for pro gamers, but it's definitely something that deserves to be taken note of. But with this double gas, we've got 100 gas there. We should see the factory. Yeah, so reactor next, most likely. Wow, that's terrible spelling. Most likely, then port, then Banshee. Alright, so that's kind of doesn't fit. Oh well. So there's the reactor going down now, and that's going to be quite cool. This command center at the bottom is finally being put into orbital command. It's just now completed. I guess I should say immediately gets put into orbital command, and it's not finally. It's going to be really nice for the economy. Good scouting by these links in here to have a presence at that third base for him. And the queen spraying the creep is going to allow for a really good job. Looks like we're going to have only 2 queens. Third queen on the way. Okay, so 4 queen start. Lots of creep, spawn, larva, and transfusion. Okay, so there we go. Creep will go quite quickly. They actually have a fast third. Fast third, too. Very nice. I like that a lot. Queens will add a lot for defense. Whoa, that's terrible spelling. Queen will add a lot to D, especially with Banshee maybe incoming? Yeah. This is supposed to be Banshee. Yeah, because we got actually 2 port Banshee. What? Whoa, 2 port Banshee! Oh! 2 port Banshee! That's crazy. Probably no cloak then. Whoops. I press enter. Probably no cloak with 2 port. Alright, so with this going on, we're going to see no cloak indeed. You can see the gas is up there. We're going to have the second Banshee now being made. This is insane. MKP has been showing us honestly rather cheesy builds so far. We saw MKP proxy 3 times in a TVT in round of 128. Now 2-port Banshee. Alright, so with this, he's really doing a great job. Actually, just going to be putting on a ton of pressure. But just wait, that's just scouted. That just got scouted. We have Coca seeing this really, really efficiently. This is awesome. That's so cool. So we're going to have this being really scouted easily. We should have the Evo Chamber going down, Spore Crawler. That's going to be really interesting to see if MKP can actually manage to do damage against this. If we have Mutas coming out for him as well, it's going to be really deadly. Mutas could be seriously deadly to MKP, which is ridiculously powerful against Banshees for obvious reasons they can't shoot up. But if we can see theoretically Hellions or Siege Tanks, something behind this, MKP may be able to use the 2-port Banshee in just a full attack in the front later on. But these Banshees are going to start trying to engage, but this is so many Queens compared to the amount of Banshees. And the drone count is actually pretty decent considering the amount of Spore Crawlers that need to be made in the face of a 2-port Banshee. He's only built 1 at his natural, which is great, because Antiga, you have very few air entrances. Actually a really good point to make in here. So Antiga has very few air entrances to attack. I'll finish out the point from next, but there is a 3rd base down here for MKP as well. Keeping low count of spores on outside is safe. Alright, so now we've got Banshees starting to attack. We see 1 getting very close to getting killed, but 4 Banshees still none lost. We can see that not a single has been lost yet by MKP, which is going to be very, very nice to see, because he's got a very nice economic follow-up to a build that usually never has an economic follow-up. So just interesting eco play with 2-port Banshee. These starports are going to be able to use now for medevacs as well. So I'm just going to click on the medevacs a few times to make that point. But with these barracks down the low ground, we're going to have a really nice bio play now coming in from MKP. The fact that the Bailing Nest is going to come in, so we're going to possibly, is there a Spire? Yes, Spire. So we're having Spire going down as well as the Bailing Nest. So we're going to have Mutiling Baneling. Mutiling Bane coming up. Whoops. Coming up. Alright, there we go. So the hatchery macro is going to allow for a lot of larvae. After all, their lings are very, very, very larva intensive. But look at this, 6 Banshees, but they're not actually repaired at all. We see transfuses going down. And I'm really waiting for MKP to come in and either drop down a mule or bring an SCV in to repair. These low health Banshees are pretty vulnerable. Alright, spores are still present. We see Evo Chambers only +1 melee researched, which is kind of surprising, to be honest. I was expecting a lot more to go out. But we got the turrets now coming in here for defending against Muta play, but so far the Mutas are just making their way across the map for the first time. So these Mutas should be able to go ahead and do a little bit of damage. These E-bays are seriously, seriously vulnerable. The turret is not going to cover them. There's no Thors or Siege Tanks or anything coming along the play, so here we have the Mutas starting to harass. This is going to be possibly incredibly effective, as all these guys are going to be able to pick off the combat shield. We see how MKP is really focusing a lot and trying to actually repair. He should be able to get that. There come the Marines in time to be able to fend this off, but there is a lot of Marines also over here. These Banshees are finally getting repaired. Repaired Banshee, good defense. There we go. So now we're having the engagement continue going on, but a Muta gets picked off. 1 Muta is only picked off so far, but 2-2 is going to be coming in now for these for the E-base. That's going to be a great, great, great help. But we just got so many fluorescent banelings. We just got to follow them. There we go, streaming them across the map as they are just so pretty. Alright, so now we're going to see the engagement happening. We've got a lot of Link Bane coming in, pushing forward. So much is happening right now as we're just having the Banshees still alive. But you know what kills Banshees? Viewless. Viewless are doing a great job against this. These Banelings are completely overrunning everything that is going on as all the Banshees are going to do shooting forward. And the thing is, there's just not much anti-airlift. The Banshees are basically going to be completely destroyed. The middle line gets completely wrecked as well. 23 workers have now been killed, and we have all these Marines and Marauders trying to defend, but to be honest, not enough. There's going to be a healthy amount of mutas out there. The Marines trying to focus them down, but this is looking like MKP is most likely dead. The creep spray is looking to be rather nice. So many creep tumors at that stage of the screen, and we're even having medevacs produce one at a time. The mutas see one falling, but there's so little now out for MKPs, down to 36 SCVs to 60 drones. We could just see Ling's stream forward, and we actually have the +1 vehicles. It gets canceled. He canceled. That might have been able to finish. That could have theoretically finished. But he may want income. He may want mins. There we go. But looking around, these medevacs are going to continue pushing out. MK is trying to hold on. He does have his 2-2 almost done for these Marines. Of the 2-2, he could do a little bit of Marine splitting, but you know, this is done. This is done. MKP he's dead. These Banes are coming in, and they're just being fluorescent and just dealing out so much types of death. It's insanity. You see all these stuff going down. MKP is trying to keep his tournament alive, but you know what? We're about to have there we go, just explosion going on there. Oh, I got to see the hair dryer. Hair dryer. Hair dryer. All right, yeah, that's basically. Did I spell hair dryer? Is that an I? Did I spell hair dryer? Or is it just dryer? I don't know how to spell hair dryer. I think that right? Yeah. I don't know. How do you spell hair dryer? Is it an I? I don't even know. I don't know how to spell. But there we have a bunch of Korean being said. I don't know. But that's going to be basically it for this game. We're waiting for stuff to go down. Looks like MKP might have said something that made a crying face happen for Coca. They could just be friends. They probably played each other a lot. But right now MKP's down to 17 food. I guess never give up, never surrender. Never give up, never surrender. I guess. Okay. So that's going to be, is you're going to have a lot of Banes. Actually, just watch them pop, because there's not much else that's going to be going on in this replay. And there we go. Explosions all around that are somehow productive, but mules are seriously, he's going to try and mule his way back to victory. But unfortunately for MKP, passivity is not what Coca is doing. There's the GG. So finally we've got the GG. We've got the 2-0 victory actually in favor of Coca, taking down MarineKing.Prime in an awesome game. I hope you guys enjoyed the cast for the deaf along with it. I actually hope it didn't deteriorate the actual commentary as I was speaking during it, but that was really fun, as I really hope that was, even if you guys aren't, I hope that was actually entertaining for you. But maybe that could be cool. I don't know if maybe I could do more. Maybe I could do tournaments for the deaf people. That could be fun. I'll be up for that. I don't know how many deaf people play StarCraft, but that was actually really, really cool. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let's go on to some more games.